What happened with Nihang Sikhs in Karnaprayag is a classic case that how a petty dispute can become an identity conflict with the presence of social media and the amplification it brings. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh, and in today's session we are going to understand that who exactly are Nihang Sikhs, what went wrong, what was the dispute, and how come it became a conversation of national TV. Was something going wrong, and if at all, what are the constitutional provisions around it, what is the role of social media, and more. So let us begin with understanding that what exactly happened. So basically it was nothing but a simple small parking dispute that happened in Karnaprayag. Now when we are talking about this very dispute, multiple local people and also few of the Nihang Sikhs were involved, and few of them got injured as well. Now because of this, 4 Nihang Sikhs, they were arrested who were travelling towards Hemkund Sahib, a very important pilgrimage. Now all of this did unfold, but later it moved and developed into a scenario where Sikh organization was saying that only one-sided police action was happened, a counter FIR came into place, then it all builded up on that. Now when we are looking into this situation, it all started with a simple, small, petty parking dispute. In this, you have to understand that what kind of amplification went out and how it almost became about Nihang Sikhs, how it became about their identity and so much more. So let us start with understanding that who exactly are Nihang Sikhs. So when we are going for the word Nihang, it basically means fearless. Someone who is detached, someone who is a crocodile, fearless like warrior. And when we are talking about Nihang Sikhs, traditionally they have been considered the traditional warrior order of Sikhism. So Sikhism as a religion considers Nihang Sikhs as the warrior class within them. Now historically if we trace the origin, we find them that they were emerged during Guru Gobind Singh, and they have been associated with the whole Khalsa military tradition that also emerged during that very same time. They can be identified with their characteristic features such as the using blow robes, such as putting on large turbans which are known as dumala, carrying traditional weapons which we see such as kripan, spear or chakram, and they follow the martial traditions that are taught, and they also follow the proper Sikh codes which are present. Now, as I have explained the dispute to you, I have introduced to you that who are exactly Nihang Sikhs. This is where we need to understand that how a local dispute became an identity conflict. I have mentioned clearly that it was nothing but a local altercation, and immediately it became about community identification. Pilgrims who were coming, they were standing against the locals, and gradually a layer of religious narratives was added to it, then add to the political mobilization, the views and the religious narratives, and coupled with social media amplification, a whole wider social tension came across, which was presented on the national televisions with many more narratives adding to the layer. Now this is where we need to worry that when we are talking about a certain community, and when it started with something as a altercation, when we add these layers, the portrayal changes, and this is what creates a fabric of tension, constant tension amongst the society. This is also what creates the stereotypes. This is also what fuels the divergence amongst the communities. And as of now, yes, social media might have a lot of pros, but the kind of amplification and the narratives it brings to the situation have been not so positive ones. Now before moving to the role of social media, let us also look into the constitutional basis. Why we are saying constitutional basis? Because if we try and understand the constitutional dimensions here, you will understand that Article 14, which is a fundamental right which promises equality before law. So if in this situation there was a one-sided approach by the administration, then This is the fundamental right which talks about fair and unbiased investigation, equality before law. Article 19(1)(d), freedom of movement. Citizens can travel freely throughout India. So the pilgrims who were moving from one part to another, they had no reason to be stopped. Article 21, right to life and personal liberty. It includes safety and dignity, be it of pilgrims or be it of the local people as well. And this is where we also need to talk about the religious freedoms. Article 25, Nihang Sikhs, they have the right to undertake religious pilgrimages. And that is why it is important not just for the people but the state also to balance the public order, religious freedom and equal protection of law. Otherwise, these situations tear up the fabric of unity and diversity for which India is advertised. Now, in this context, another dimension that I want to discuss right here is the fact that when we are discussing constitutional dimensions, we also have to understand that how all of this impacts our internal security. Because a local altercation can be handled at the district administration level most probably, but at the same time when the volume of the problem goes to the national level, this raises security concerns such as, let's just say, crowd mobilization is happening across states. It will create tension for the all pilgrimage routes. It will spread a lot of misinformation and communal flare-ups are also present there. Furthermore, it creates multiple layers of challenges for administration such as maintaining proper law and order. They have to put extra energy to just prevent vigilante mobilization, protecting the religious pilgrims and ensuring impartial policing. All this clearly shows us that minor incidents can easily become an internal security concern if they are not addressed quickly and also impartially. Because if there is any partiality to it, then of course a local altercation cannot remain so. Now on this note, I want to ask you, do you think social media also had a very important role to play in this whole situation? Because I believe social media, where it does have certain important positive roles which brings grievances, which increases public awareness and also facilitates accountability, in situations like these we see a negative role as well, where rumors spread rapidly, selective videos are created with no context and they create narratives. Echo chambers are created which deepen the division, and this is the fundamental basis where we see a local disruption becoming a national-wide concern. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be leaving you here with a prelims practice question. Let me know the answer to this in the comment section. A very prevalent type of question which is asked in prelims. So I'll be waiting for your answers. That was all. Thank you so much.